Hello and welcome to Decision Support Systems for Managers. We are into module 4 Decision Support Systems for Materials Managers, and as we mentioned, the purpose of the Materials Manager is not only to estimate or the safety and upkeep of the materials, but also the entire warehousing plus the materials management function. Okay, how much to store, where to store, what are the safety equipments required in the warehouse, etc., etc. Okay. Now, so today, now in the previous lecture, what we learned was the space required, space calculation required for the warehouse, and there we learned that warehouse space calculation is primarily one is staging area. What is a staging area? Where the goods will be dumped from the trucks. Remember, we had drawn a warehouse layout diagram, and in that warehouse layout diagram, we have shown the area where the goods will be dumped from the trucks. They will be counted and then they will be taken back to the storing area. So, staging area is basically, it is like a stage where things are kept and then they will be taken to the storing area. So, in the previous module, in the previous lecture, we have calculated the space required for the staging area, means where the products are dumped and counted. Okay. Now, today we will carry on and we will move ahead to find out how much space you require for the storing area. Okay. So, first was staging area, where they will be first dumped, then they are taken to storing area. Today we will calculate the area required for storing. So, staging plus storing plus some space for the keeping of forklifts, etc., and office is my total area required for the warehouse. Okay, clear? Now, then you will ask me that but we learnt EOQ. Where is economical order quantity, materials coming in, where is that reflected? Yes, it is reflected. How? Reflected, remember in the staging area problem, we calculated number of trucks per day multiplied by number of, that formula, number of vehicles per day and multiplied by number of pallets in every truck. So, what is it giving you? Number of trucks multiplied by pallets per truck, that is giving you the total material coming in a day. How is the total material coming in a day calculated? That is calculated by calculating economic order quantity. Okay. So, it is all coming in from there, right. Okay. So, let us move. So, today we will calculate, as I said, space calculation for racks, right. Okay. Now, space calculation for racks has this dimension. One is width of module, length of module and height of module. Now, what does this mean actually? Let us see. It is very, very simple. Okay. It is very, very simple. Now, you see, this is, in our homes or our offices, we have racks. In our homes we keep books, in our offices we keep office files, right. Same thing for our kitchen also, we keep kitchen items there, right. Agreed? Now, so you see, your products are here, right. Right. There is a gap between each product. Why is there gap? So that you can pull your hand and bring it out. For books and all in our homes, that is not required because they are very thin in dimension as well as very light in weight. So, you can pull them out. But in a warehouse, products are big cartons, and when there are cartons, you have to put your hand from both sides and pull it out. So, that is why this gap is there, okay, right. The second gap that is coming in here is on top also there is some gap, okay, on top also there is some gap. Why? Because it should not get stuck, and if required we can put our hand from the top also and pull it, okay. So, these are the gaps that are required in warehouse setting, right. Second thing, if you notice very carefully, have you been to a library or office, you will see there are racks and aisles. So, you can go into a library and go in, you look at the books from one side, pull it. You go to the other side, again you can pull books from the other side. So, the racks are back to back, racks are back to back. You go this way, you bring out, you go this way, you pull it out. Okay. So, racks are back to back. Okay. Now, so that is one, keep in mind. Second, third thing that you keep in mind is the these are iron racks, right, iron racks, and that iron rack also has something called a thickness, right. An iron rack also has a thickness, agreed. Iron rack also has a thickness, which we call as the width of the iron beam, right. We call it as a width of the iron beam, right. We call it as the width of the iron beam, right. Okay. So, width of the iron beam, agreed. So, this is what, just keep in mind. Okay. So, there will be gaps between two pieces of cartons, gap on top and the width of the iron beam, right. Okay. So, let us move. So, this thing is width of the module. First question, first thing, width of the module. Okay, width of the module. Okay. Width of the module basically means that, listen very carefully, here is one carton or one pallet, okay. Here is the passage which we call as aisle. Now, here is a rack, okay. Here is a rack, just like we have bookshelves in our houses, and here is another aisle, okay, right. So, what it says is, I will put one carton or one pallet here, leave a little bit of a gap, and another pallet on this side. So, that tomorrow when I require, a worker can go this way and pull out the carton from this aisle. Similarly, a worker can go this way, and pull out the carton from this side, right. Okay. And there is a gap in between, so that there is no friction or no damage, nothing like that. Okay. Clear, right. So, what is the width of a module? The width of a module is basically, this pallet 1, clearance 1, clearance means the gap, pallet 2, aisle 1. Okay. This is my width of the module. Pallet 1 width, clearance, pallet 2 width, aisle width. This is the sequence, okay. Or you can look at it from this angle also, aisle, pallet 1, clearance, pallet 2, aisle, pallet 1, clearance, pallet 2, this is the sequence it goes. Or you can say pallet 1, clearance, pallet 2, aisle. Okay. So, basically it means that aisle plus clearance 2 into pallet width, because there are 2 pallets. So, 2 into pallet width. Okay. Is it clear? And stay on this slide for some time and understand. Okay. Then you move on to the next slide. So, basically you pause on this and then you move on. Okay. What is the length? Length of the module is like this. Okay. Length of the module is the width of the iron beam. Remember the first diagram that we drew, width of the iron beam, okay, the width of this iron beam, clearance here, pallet 1 length, I think we will use a different color if required. Yeah. So, width of this iron beam, okay, clearance, pallet 1 length, this was clearance 1, clearance 2, pallet 2 length, clearance 3, okay, right. This width of this iron beam will not be taken. Why? Because it will be considered for the next one. Okay. So, what is it? Width of the iron beam, this red color, width of the iron beam, okay, width of the iron beam, this red color, plus clearance 1, this blank area, plus pallet 1 length, plus clearance 2, this blank area, pallet 2 length and clearance 3. That means, width of the iron beam plus 3 into clearance, there are 3 clearances, and 2 into pallet length, there are 2 pallets, right. Okay. So, again I request you pause here and then you move. Okay. Height, same thing, just remember the first diagram that we drew. Height is same thing. Height of the iron beam, again here let us go. Height of the iron beam, height of the empty pallet. Okay. Now, these pallets are like this. Remember, you have a refrigerator at home. Refrigerator has a stand, right, has legs, right. That is some an example of a pallet. Okay. It has a refrigerator has a stand, right, it has a stand. Okay. So, that is an example of a pallet. So, that it is away from the floor, no? It is away from the floor, right. So, what is the height of this? What is the height of this? That stand, okay, that stand has a height, right, that stand has a height, right. So, height of the empty pallet, permissible height of the cartons on the pallet. So, this height, permissible height of the cartons on the pallet, height clearance, this clearance between the carton and the rack above it. So, that clearance to pull it out, right. Okay. As simple as that. So, height of the iron beam, height of the iron beam, okay, let us take a different color, height of that iron beam, height of the iron beam plus height of that empty pallet, remember the fridge or the refrigerator stand, height of that empty pallet, permissible height of the cartons on the pallet, permissible height of the cartons on the pallet, height clearance, this clearance height. Okay. So, this is basically my height of the module. So, that is equal to height of the iron beam, height of empty pallet, height of goods plus clearance above pallet. Very simple, same equation. Again I request you to pause here for some time and look at the formula. Okay. Next we come to storage space calculation. Okay. This is, I would say this is self-explanatory, but you can definitely pause, read, go through, again pause and check up. It is self-explanatory problem, but we will go through it. Okay. Storage space calculation, calculations to be done with meter per unit, as 1 inch is equal to 0.0254 meters, or there 100 centimeter, 1 meter, 10 millimeter, 1 centimeter, we are given it for easy calculation. Look at it, size of the carton, that is pallet, carton is on top of this, size of the carton, in your local shops they bring cartons in cardboard sizes. Okay. Size of carton is 15 inch, 12 inch, 10 inch. Dimension of a pallet is 1.5 into 1.2. What is the first thing that is coming into your mind? number of cartons that can be put on a pallet, right. Okay. So, the number of cartons should be the area or the volume whatever that should be permissible height on the pallet, pallet plus goods is 1500 mm, right. Okay. Right. Yeah. So, the volume of the pallet, number of cartons that can go in that volume, very simple now. So, you can easily calculate 1.5 meter into 1.2 meter into again 1.5 meter, right. Okay. Am I correct? 100 centimeter is equal to 1 meter. So, divided by, yeah. So, this is the volume that a carton can hold, right, divided by 1 inch is equal to 0.024. So, divided by this, I am putting an inch, you have to calculate into meter. Okay. Okay. 10. Okay. So, this is the total number of cartons that can go in one pallet. Okay. If it is in decimals, what will you do? Reduce it, not increase, because dimension has to be straight. You cannot have a bulging out number of cartons in a pallet, okay. Then it will hit while it is moving. Okay. Now, average inventory is 40 lakhs, right, 40 lakh cartons. So, how much space should you have in the warehouse? 80 lakh worth of space minimum, because that is average. It will reach a maximum, right, it will reach a maximum. So, average is EOQ by 2. So, 40 lakhs you will have to move to 80 lakhs. Width of the aisle 4000 millimeters. So, all this you will have to convert into a common unit. Clearance between the pallets 200 millimeter. Where will you need it? You will need it while you are calculating width of the module and length of the module, right. Width of the iron beam 450. Where will you need it? When you are calculating the width of the module and height, etc. Clearance of a pallet for height of the module. Warehouse runs at 50% capacity. So, this 40 lakhs, full stock is 80 lakhs, that is 50% capacity. So, you will have to keep provision for 16 lakhs, okay, 40, 80, 160 lakhs, okay, and stacking height is 4 modules, okay. So, solution we have just mentioned, we are just telling it 15 inch, 12 inch, 10 inch, you multiply it and convert it into meters. So, your volume of the carton is this. So, how many cartons? 0.29497. So, 0.029. So, this is basically 0.029. Okay. So, divide. So, that will get you. Now, then area of the pallet, pallet length, pallet width, pallet height. So, pallet volume is 2.7. Okay. So, what we said was that the number of pallets, number of cartons in a pallet will be 91.53, because this was the pallet volume. Okay. This was the pallet volume, and this 2.7 has to be divided by 0.029. Okay. 0.029, and we get 91.53. Now, as we said, it cannot bulge out. So, it should be 91. Okay. So, 91 cartons can hold in this pallet, right. Okay. Now, as we mentioned that average inventory is 4 lakhs, EOQ by 2, EOQ by 2. So, total inventory will be just multiplied by that 80 lakhs. Okay. So, when your inventory is this, so total number of pallets required will be 91, and this m divided by j, this is L divided by j, 80 lakhs divided by your 91 pallets. Okay. So, 87,000 pallets we will require, basically 87,913 pallets we will require. Present running capacity is 50%. So, actual pallets will required will be exactly double. Okay. Now, having said that, let us go to module width. We have done this formula of module width was what? Module width formula was this one, aisle plus clearance plus 2 pallet width. Okay. So, let us go to module width calculation. Width 2 pallets, aisle, that is clearance between pallets. So, module width is 6.6. Similarly, for module length, width of the iron beam, length of the pallets 2 pallets, and distance between pallets was 3 clearance. Remember what we did? We had this length of width of iron beam, 3 clearance, 2 pallets. What was clearance? Clearance 1, clearance 2, clearance 3. Okay. So, same thing here. Yeah. Module length, width of iron beam, length of pallet, that is 2 pallets and 3 clearances. So, module length is 4.05. So, module area is this. Okay. So, module width, module area is module length into width. Okay. So, 26.73. Okay. What is the height of the module? Again we have the formulas here. We have the height of the module formula, height of iron beam, height of empty pallet, height of goods, clearance of a pallet, 4 dimensions. Okay. So, height of iron beam, height of pallets given, clearance, width of iron beam, all are given. So, module height is 2.15. Okay. So, we have got everything now. Total number of pallets in one module is 4. We have got a stacking height that is given to us is 4 stacking heights. So, basically how many pallets can go in one module? 4 into 4, 16. Okay. In one total number of pallets in one module is this. Okay. This. So, total number of pallets in one module is this, and stacking height is 4. So, basically you have 16 pallets in one module. Actual pallets required is this. So, number of stacking modules required will be divided by 16 is this, and number, so let us round it off, 10,990, and so module area calculated is 26.73. Okay. So, area for storage is number of stacking modules required into area for each module. So, what did we get up to now? Up to now we have got staging area and racks. Okay, that is area for storage. So, we have got staging area and storing area. What we have not got, remember we were calculating module and we have kept aisle. Okay. Aisle is there. So, the last aisle is not included. Last aisle is not included, and a road or a basically another aisle will move round the entire warehouse. So, this area also needs to be calculated. This area also needs to be calculated. Okay. This is very simple. Add to it office area, add to it your area for charging, and add to it the quarantine area. So, staging area, storing area, charging points, quarantine area, office and perimeter. Summation of all this is your total area required for warehouse. Total area required for warehouse. Okay. Is this clear? Now, this part, calculations part, what you need to do is, this is very simple arithmetic, class 6-7 problem. Okay. But only thing is, you will have to pause the video, go through the calculations very nicely, and if you have access to Excel, if you have access to computer, just type these numbers in Excel and calculate. Use formulas and calculate. It will be very easy. Okay. Then reason why I am telling Excel is, then what you can do is you can put your office's actual data in this. Formula is already there, you have put in Excel. Now, you can put actual data of your office and you will see the exact number of square feet or square meter of space that you require in the warehouse. how much you have, so how much you can save. And I am telling you that no warehouse runs with lesser space. You have scope for improvement. Okay, clear? So, we will end this module here, sorry, we will end this lecture here. These are the references as we mentioned. Okay. So, thank you.